Hey guys, today I want to share with you how it's been going on my Nutrisystem journey so far this summer, kind of update you, let you know where my numbers are, how much weight I've lost so far, and just tell you what I'm getting ready to do in the future when it comes to my weight loss and health goals. What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna chat with you about what's been going on in the Nutrisystem world for me and how much weight I've lost this summer on the Nutrisystem program so far. For those of you who have just started following me and you don't know, I have been on a weight loss journey for actually quite some time, probably my entire life, if I'm being quite honest, but I've really just been filming and vlogging my weight loss journey for the last a little over a year now. When I created this channel, I created it to be a place where women could come and be encouraged to be the healthiest version of themselves from the inside out. So that doesn't mean just weight loss, that means all of it, mental health and physical health. So I am a certified mental health coach and also a life coach, and I love to just help women figure out their identity in Christ, to learn how to let go of the pain of the past, to start stepping forward into the destiny that they're called to live in and into the healthiest version of their life, really. And healthy looks like, yes, eating right and exercising for sure, but healthy really looks like, what are we thinking about when it comes to that eating right and exercising thing? So that's something I've definitely learned a lot about myself over the last year, as I've intentionally been thinking about what I'm thinking about, you know, like really just saying, okay, why do you respond this way? Why do you want to eat that chocolate right now? Why are you feeling the need to run to fast food or whatever it is that I would kind of just find myself going to, but I wasn't really consciously aware that I was doing it. So I've just been more intentional over the last year. So I've learned a lot about, you know, recognizing the emotional cues. I've definitely recognized I'm an emotional eater, and I have so much to share with you guys about those type of things, and I can't do it all in today's video, but I will be doing a series on healing from the pain of the past and dealing with our emotions, whether that's our emotions in the present or our emotions that we're carrying around with us on our back, like a weight. So let me just give you guys a quick life update before we start just getting into the Nutrisystem stuff here. My oldest son has moved out of the house and he's now in college, and I can't believe it. It's crazy. It's been really different not having his fun, bubbly personality around the house, but I have two amazing kids still at home who keep me incredibly busy. After he moved out, we swapped rooms around, you know, in our house because we had an extra room, and I turned it into my office. I actually filmed last week's video in that office, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's way too echoey in here. So I just apologize for the echo in that video. For sure, but I'm working on getting some furniture in there and doing all the things, but it's a process just like anything else. It doesn't happen overnight, and I need to just take time to do that. So I'll be filming in random places around my house because I moved my office out of my bedroom, which was the best thing I've ever done. I did not realize how incredibly unhealthy it is to have your workspace in your rest space. Again, another topic for another video, but it was not a good thing for me. But since I moved that space out of there, I actually been sleeping a lot better. I've been able to rest when I'm supposed to be resting, and I just didn't recognize that that was really what was causing me to have some issues when it came to resting. So that is why you're up here in my loft with me today, just kind of hanging out. This is like my kids' space, really. So there's a lot of cars on the floor you can't see, and my kids just, you know, jump all over this furniture up here and just have a good old time. Also, some updates on what's been going on in my life as far as my book goes. You guys, I can't even believe it. It's almost here. I am so excited. Only a few weeks away from the launch of my very first book that is going to be released here in the next few weeks. I can't even believe it's coming so fast. It's almost here. And it's exciting and a little nerve-wracking at the same time. There's a lot of like little cogs and wheels that have to go along in this process. So it's a lot more than I ever imagined when I set out to write this book in the first place. It took me 3 years and a lot of tears and a lot of lost sleep, but it's totally worth it. I wrote about my story. I wrote, you know, where I've come from to where I am now, and just sharing how God really is so faithful. And when I set out to write the book, I wanted to be sure that it really wasn't just my story, but that it's really showcasing what God has done in my life through the pain, through the heartache, through the abuse, through the lies that I believed about myself, and really just helping me to overcome all those things. So it's less about me and more about him, although I do have to talk about my story. So I'm really excited to share that with the world, because I do believe it's going to bring a lot of freedom to a lot of women who believe lies about themselves based on some things that may have happened to them, and I'm excited to share that. So I'm going to be sharing some topics related to my book in the upcoming weeks. I'm also going to be sharing when my pre-launch will be open and so much more. So you guys just, follow along. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and take a minute and do that right now so that you'll be updated, every week when I post new videos. There may be some weeks that I post a couple more videos than one, but right now I'm just on a Saturday schedule. So you guys, I'll upload here every Saturday and you can come see what's going on in my life. If you want to know in real time what's going on, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on my Facebook page, and I'll put links to those in the description below. So let's go ahead and start chatting about Nutrisystem real quick. So some of you may know this, some of this may be new information to you. So I'm just gonna touch some highlights, and then I'll link some videos in the end of this one so you guys can go back and kind of see where I've come from and kind of my story and some other things like that when it comes to Nutrisystem. So I will just hit the highlights for right now though. So I started Nutrisystem again for the second round in June. I did Nutrisystem for the first time in April of 2020 for 3 months. I lost 22 pounds and I was able to keep that weight off because of the things that I learned while I was on the Nutrisystem program. So it's invaluable program. I love it. It's been the best thing I've ever done. And honestly, I've dieted like my whole life, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So, I know a thing or two about like what works and what doesn't work, at least for me. Nutrisystem has definitely worked for me. So I decided to give it a go again because I still had a few pounds that I wanted to lose and so I started doing it in June, really with the hopes that it would take some of the stress off of trying to eat healthier during the summer while my son was still home before he left to go to college, so I could focus more of my energy on him and less of my energy on trying to figure out what I should eat for my next meal to be healthy. Like, I just wanted to take some extra stress off my shoulders, like literally weight off my back, okay? So I started in June and I did not do well. The first couple of weeks, I just really struggled through kind of doing Nutrisystem, kind of not doing Nutrisystem, until I figured out what was gonna work for me, and that was to swap my dinner meal with my lunch meal. So I was eating the dinner Nutrisystem in the middle of the day and the lunch at the end of the day. So it just kind of helped me when I swapped those things around. I'm not sure why. I just feel like I need more calories early on in the day and less calories later in the evening. And I did pretty good for a few weeks where I stuck to it, like definitely did the program, didn't deter from it at all, didn't cheat. I don't like to use that term, but I didn't do anything that wasn't on my Nutrisystem program. So then I kind of got into this on and off phase where I was like, a few weeks I was doing really good, and then a week I would not do really good, or a couple days I wouldn't do really good. I would do Nutrisystem, but I would add in a couple extra calories here and there that I shouldn't have. And then towards the end of July, right at the cusp of my son leaving to go to college, because he was leaving the first week of August, I just like threw it all away and I said, I can't do this anymore. Right now I'm eating Culver's, I'm eating Mexican out with my family, I'm eating whatever I wanted to. Like, if you don't know what Culver's is, it's like a Burger King but way better, okay? So fast food, not healthy. I'm eating ice cream, I'm eating chips, I'm doing all of it. I know that I shouldn't be, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And that's what I did, you guys. It was terrible, but I just was under an immense amount of stress and I just couldn't keep up with trying to make sure that I was doing it all. And even, like being home to microwave my meals wasn't working. So I just kind of said, I can't right now. And I stepped away for a couple of weeks and it wasn't very good for me. I gained a couple pounds. It wasn't fun. After I got my act together and I got through that really hard season where I just said, okay, I just am gonna stop doing this for a couple of weeks. It was more like a week and a half. I don't think it was a couple of weeks. And I gained like 3 pounds during that season. I got back on track after that and I've been going and I've been doing great. And so I just wanna let you guys know, when you follow Nutrisystem plan the way that it's set out to be done, it does work. It is a slow go. It's not a quick weight loss plan for sure. There's different plans you can choose through Nutrisystem, and I actually chose the Uniquely Yours Max is what they call it now. So it's something different when I did it the first time, but basically it's like the mother load plan. Like it's the one where you get all your food, you don't have flex meal options, and you're eating everything they send you, and the only thing you're adding in on your own is your power fuels and your smart carbs. I lost and gained like throughout this last year between 8 and 10 pounds. So I got down to 161, 150. I think I actually got down to like 158 at one point, and then I just gained it back. But I'm recognizing the cycles, like when I wasn't on Nutrisystem, that I would go through. I would go through these seasons of incredibly stressful, immensely stressful times, or times when I was not sleeping well, and recognizing that when I'm not getting enough sleep, or there's all these outside extra stressors, not the normal things in life, like extra really hard things, like finding out that your dad has cancer, I would eat. I would go to food and try to soothe myself, or go to food to energize myself. And I wasn't going to the right types of food. I was going to definitely the wrong types. So I started out at 175 in June. I lost a few pounds. I was doing really good. And on Nutrisystem, their weight loss plan is set up for you to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And that's pretty much what I was doing, even on the weeks that I wasn't doing so well. Except for at the end of July, when I really just quit for about a week and a half and ate fast food and anything that I wanted for that week and a half. But all in all, here's where I am now. After following Nutrisystem pretty well, except for the beginning where I was floundering, and then that 1 week and a half stint, I did not exercise like I should have either. I'm down to 163. So ultimately this summer I lost 12 pounds, and that's pretty great. 12 pounds in an entire summer is a great amount of weight to lose. So you guys can see my before and after pictures right here. And I just want to let you guys know too, I did not exercise like I should have either. If I would have exercised every day, like 30 minutes a day faithfully, I would have lost more. I know it. I would have been much more toned than I am right now. But I just have to give myself grace and remind myself that I'm human and I'm doing the best I can. And really, I am. I'm going to continue to use Nutrisystem to lose weight throughout the next couple of weeks. I still have about a month left of food. So I'm going to be doing that and let you guys know ultimately where I land at the very end. But in between all of that, I'm just going to be continuing to work on my book launch, sharing things that I know that God has put on my heart to share with you, to encourage you to get past some mental hurdles so that you can be healthy, not just in your weight, but healthy in your mind, healthy in your heart. So if you guys want to try Nutrisystem for yourself, you can just grab the link in the description below. I actually attach it to every single Nutrisystem video that I do so that you guys will be able to find it easy and save some money. You can actually save 50% off when you use that link on any of your Nutrisystem plans. So if you just did the basic plan, it's like $8 a day. It's really cheap if you use this code. So you guys grab that code, and you can even share it with your friends, people that you know who are thinking about doing Nutrisystem or would like a way to lose weight. So that is how I've been doing on Nutrisystem, and I'm so glad to have shared that with you. I've been meaning to update you guys for the last couple of weeks. I just haven't had the time. Next week I'm going to be talking about some things God has shared with me when it comes to anger, how to deal with it, how to release it, and how to actually move forward in life in a healthy way and get unstuck in any area of your life when you apply these principles that I've learned when it comes to releasing anger. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so glad you did. I hope you have a great week, and don't forget to grab your link to save 50% off Nutrisystem in the description below. Talk to you soon.
Look to the left, look to the right, nothing is stopping.